Good evening, everybody. I just came up here to mention some of the things that it was hard for my son to elaborate on because it is really emotional. And we was dealing, like he said, as far as his father passing and whatnot. And the bottom line is our house was stolen from us. I own my home. My home was right here in Rosedale Park. My house was paid for. I didn't owe no taxes on my home at all. How I found out that my home was no longer my home was when I got down to Wayne County and to pay the taxes. And they told me my home was no longer in my name anymore. And that was at the beginning of October. And that's how we found out my home was no longer ours. We fought them for 2 years. I was still in my home. That happened in 2014. I talked to Eric Sabri. They seen that my home was not supposed to be on the list. He tried to rescind the sale, so he said, but he couldn't because they did a same-day deed, which is illegal, but they were able to do it anyway. So they had to make arrangements to try to get my property by exchanging it for another property. It's a lot of this going on. I thought my situation was extremely unique, but to my surprise, it wasn't. It's just happening in different forms. People are losing their homes because they making arrangements, they paying on their homes, and yet their houses still wound up on a list. They have moguls out here that if they're interested in your home and you have enough money, if your house is even remotely near foreclosure status, they will pay somebody downtown to get your house on a list. This is how people are losing their house. And once you get out of your house, that's all they want you to do is get out of your house. Once they are able to get you out, they feel like that's their way of keeping you from being able to get back in your home. And that's what my son was trying to explain to you all when he said they went to go get my niece, well, his aunt or whatnot, and when they came back, they was putting our stuff out because they broke in our house. Because our case was in 3rd Circuit, it wasn't even in 36th District no more. And this is the stuff that's happening to people. People are losing their homes, and they don't even owe taxes because what I wound up finding out is a company that offered me cash for keys. It's the same company that had my house put on a foreclosure list so that they can get my home. I didn't owe no taxes on my house. My house was not in foreclosure. It wasn't even I didn't owe anything, and not only that, to make things worse, I'm tax exempt. So I was already paying taxes that I didn't have to pay in the first place, but I had refused to lose my home over some money because somebody wanted my house. And like I said, in the end, it was the company that offered me cash for keys, which was $80,000 6 months prior to my home not longer being mine or not being in my name anymore. In a matter of seconds, we were deemed homeless without any warning. And that's the stuff that's going on. And UHC really makes a difference in people's lives as far as helping them. It might not be what you used to. It might not be what you're accustomed to, but they'll get you off the streets. They'll help you and get you whatever help you need, because Michelle went to bat for me. She really did, and made sure that me and my son had a roof over our head when we needed it. As far as donations or whatnot, if you can't come up with that, and some people can't come up with that kind of money, even something as minute as $3,000. I mean, they have homes. Your taxes are worth more than a damn house, excuse my terminology. And that's crazy. It's crazy when the Wayne County can override a mortgage company and take your house for $500 when you owe the mortgage company $50,000. But that's what's going on now. It's a market. Foreclosure homes, now it's a market. They are attacking people's houses. They ride around looking for houses of interest, hoping that they get put on the list. If they even see you, you don't even have to be behind in your taxes where you have the 2-year status. If they even think you in delinquent, they trying to pay your taxes, which is a hostile takeover. People could be paying someone taxes and you don't even know you don't own your home no more. That's just like they allow people to put insurance on someone's home and they don't even own it. You could put insurance, fire insurance, any kind of insurance on somebody's house that you don't even know. And if something, for whatever reason, might happen, You will get a check for a perfect stranger. Like if you owned any homes in Texas and you didn't know not one person there, you would be getting a check right now for any home you had insurance on. And to me, that is crazy. It's criminal. That's what they doing to us. Every form, fashion, any race, creed, color, it don't matter. They don't discriminate. If they want your home, they'll put you out. And what's sad is the house would be empty, and then someone to go up in there and steal everything out of it, tear the house up, rip the pipes out, the whole 9 yards. And then it's like you might as well left the person in their house, because now the house so tore up, it's not worth nothing. And it costs more for demolition than it does to just have left the person in their house when they owned it, when they fighting for their house. You deeming people homeless out here, and then they wonder why it's so much crime out here. You deeming people homeless when it's kids in a home, and that's horrible. But that's what's going on. And like I said, it is criminal. It is criminal what they can do. It doesn't matter. It could be the next day. You will look up, and your house will not be yours anymore. They have taxes that just come out of nowhere, and then they slap interest on it. All kind of payments. How can you get your house back when you can't even pay the basic rate? And then they add interest to it and expect you to be able to pay it. And then they give all this false propaganda out, making it seem like they trying to help people stay in their houses, or the foreclosure rate is down. It's all lies. It's all lies, period. Instead of just leaving people in their houses. But like I said, UHC definitely makes a difference. They do what they can, if not more. And hopefully, I hope that our story inspire anybody that's going to help or try to help, anybody that need knowledge or isn't aware of what's going on. It's bad. They are putting people out of homes. It was this man I met, his house was demolished. He had been there 70 years. He was gone and returned home, and his house was in rubble. And he don't even know how or why it happened. 70 years. This man is homeless with all of his things in it, no warning, no nothing. What do you say to that? What do you do with that? And like my son said, they didn't steal petty stuff. They stole PlayStation 4s. They stole extremely expensive stuff, because the people that come in and put you out your house, they're not there to help you. They there to destroy you, to crush your will. That's what they there to do. They're not there to be neat with your things. They steal when they can, because you can't monitor everybody in every room. And they throwing your stuff out in these dumpsters. So then you have to worry about your stuff being taken care of, having to watch your stuff. If it rains, it's in the open. And then if you didn't have the money to try to make arrangements for your taxes, or you did make arrangements and you still getting put out your home because you have these attorneys who will change your case number once you done won, because that was my issue. When you have that happen, you have to right on the nose, right on the dot, have money for U-Hauls, storage, stuff of that stuff, And it's sad, because who can just come up with that kind of money at the drop of a hat? That's a lot of money. Then you have to pay people to help move. They did this on a weekday. Where was the help? It was hard to get help to the house because it was during the day. It was a work day, but they don't care. And they broke in my home and did this. And even when they told Judge Colombo's second in command, told them to cease and desist, they did not, because they don't care. All they care about is getting paid. And this is what's going on. It's profitable to make people homeless now. That's the world we live in. Thank you.